this body of work is based on this painting by Leonardo da Vinci called Ginevra de Benci. Originally, as a kid, I would look at art books and think to myself, you know, how do these artists turn pigment into these works of art? They must be magicians, and I wanted to be a magician. That's what mattered to me. And I saw it as alchemy. And so as I've gone through my life, when I was a teenager, I went to Europe and spent the summer going around, and I remember standing in front of a number of Da Vinci paintings. And I felt like he, especially him, somehow had this invisible key to the universe. And I wanted to figure out how to someday grab a hold of that key and maybe learn the secrets that he knew. So 2 years ago, I finally got around to, I've been staring at this one painting for a few years. So I decided that I would have a visual conversation with the Ginevra de Benci painting. And I would look at, on her face, the left side of her face is pulled slightly forward. And there's some very strange little elements in this painting. And I decided that if the lines, the shapes, the colors, the shading, I would incorporate that into my own language and see what would happen with it. And so this body of work is that final result. You know, there's certain things that I think are kind of apparent with maybe the tonality of some of the lines, or very much of her flesh tone. In the dark, the deepest part of the background is these violets and these blues that are embedded here and there. That it all was about me just having that visual conversation with Da Vinci. And I can't say that I know his secrets, but I feel like I have a better understanding of what he was doing. And I think that it made me look into my own work in a different way and took me outside of myself, which enabled me to then see things a little clearer about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And I always also feel that art history is an ongoing conversation. And just because a painting was done 500 years ago doesn't mean it's an old painting. It just means it was done 500 years ago. And it's still as relevant today as it was 500 years ago. And you know, and an artist always hopes that what they're doing now is going to be as relevant in 500 years from now, providing everything survives. So all these things are going through my mind as I'm working on these paintings for the last 2 years. And it was one of those things I thought, boy, I hope that these paintings are successful, because if not, and I'm trying to do this, make this giant statement about having a conversation with the greatest artist of all time, this could be very embarrassing. And I thought, boy, the critics could have a field day with me, and I may never leave my courtyard again.